A big, dumb, somewhat entertaining blockbuster? Ah, Roland Emmerich, you never cease to amaze me. Independence Day was directed by Roland Emmerich and stars Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, amongst an array of actors that consistently populated the big screen during the 1990s. The story revolves around a group of powerful aliens as they launch an all-out invasion against the human race. Now the world's only hope lies with a band of survivors, uniting for one last strike against the invaders. So just to give you guys a heads up, there'll be no spoilers in this review, so I'll keep plot details and character info to an absolute minimum. Whilst I mostly had a negative experience with this movie, I feel it's only fair to get the positives out of the way. Hey look, I'm not a complete hater. I do give credit where credit's due. First things first, the spectacle is huge in Independence Day, with several set pieces just in the first act and a half alone. And Roland Emmerich, for the most part, helms the action pretty competently, as he pulls no punches in the number of explosions that occur when the aliens invade Earth for the first time. It sure does give Michael Bay a run for his money for the most explosions in a movie. Now, when describing the acting in this movie, I would use the term acting very loosely. If anything, the actors were playing fictionalised versions of themselves. Will Smith is essentially reprising his role from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's charming, cool under pressure, as well as hearing the witty quips that we've come to expect from his standard Smith performance. Alright, I'll level with you guys. I do love me some Jeff Goldblum, and sure enough, just like in every movie he's in, he once again plays himself. The quirky off-centre eccentricities are all here in Goldblum's performance. While a thankless script gives Smith and Goldblum virtually no character arcs at all, at the very least, you can tell they're giving it their all, despite the substandard material at their disposal. In all honesty, without their performances, I would have been completely disengaged with this movie, just on a character level. And now, we enter the shite aspects of Independence Day, which is the majority of this movie. If there was ever a thing as a movie moving too quickly, Independence Day ticks that box with a permanent marker. What's worse still is that I felt like I was being overloaded with exposition, with every supporting character that appeared on screen, which felt ridiculous given the simple nature of the plot. The supporting cast unfortunately play on all of the stereotypes that come with a disaster movie. There's the loudmouth, larger-than-life military characters, in which their very shouting alone ironically doesn't help the mission to defeat the aliens at all, but only adds to the badness that the characters face in the story. A disaster movie wouldn't be complete, however, without having the President of the United States, who seems to know everything, only to then not when it actually matters. And then there's the female characters, who unfortunately have little to no impact on the wider plot, as these types of characters were a staple of these 90s blockbuster movies. Despite Roland Emmerich's strengths in the action department, you can definitely tell that he has a hard time balancing the big set pieces with the serious tone that the movie tries to instill in its quieter moments, which, let me tell you, doesn't mesh well at all. If Emmerich stuck the landing with the big, dumb aspects of the story, then the movie would have been a lot more entertaining and fitting of its blockbuster ambitions. Also, the pacing of the movie is all over the place, especially the fast-paced, action-heavy first act and a half of the movie. I'm not lying, my head was actually spinning from the number of cuts that I saw in this portion of the movie. While the action on the whole was big and entertaining, there are some truly laughable moments in these set pieces that, I kid you not, left me in stitches. The first moment is when Will Smith's dog in the movie pulls off the most Hollywood jump ever put on screen by an animal, as the dog narrowly avoids the incoming alien explosions by jumping into an escape door in a tunnel, no less. Also, in that same tunnel scene, if I'm not mistaken, one of the alien explosions causes 3 cars to elevate in the air at the same time. That's right people, not 1 car, but 3, because that's how Hollywood rolls. So just to give you my overall thoughts on Independence Day, Roland Emmerich, for the most part, helms the action pretty competently, as he pulls no punches in the number of explosions that occur in the big set pieces. While a thankless script gives Smith and Goldblum virtually no character arcs at all, at the very least, you can tell they're giving it their all despite the substandard material at their disposal. The rest of the cast unfortunately play on all of the stereotypes that come with a disaster piece like this. Emmerich has a hard time balancing the action scenes with the serious tone and the story's quieter moments. The pacing of the movie is all over the place, especially how quickly the movie jumps between characters and locations during the action-heavy first act and a half of the movie. Surprisingly, I found myself laughing in many of the action set pieces, which felt ironic given how the movie was trying so hard to make these scenes as dramatic as possible. So overall, I'm going to give Independence Day a 5 out of 10. So, and I hand it over to you guys. I'm interested to hear your thoughts in terms of whether or not you enjoyed Independence Day, and where do you think this ranks in Roland Emmerich's filmography, so interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and be sure to hit the notification bell for updates on the latest videos. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.